I wanted to clear something up. Okay, I have an opinion about buc-ees, and I need to articulate myself and explain why. Buc-ees represents everything I really hate about my country right now. Okay, I have a theory about things like addiction and drugs. Okay, if you take a cocoa leaf and you eat it, or just if you eat it or just suck on it or something like that, it's very good for you. You get a lot of minerals, you get a lot of vitamins, you get a lot of antioxidants and a little bit of energy, and there isn't a lot of downsides. You might get a digestive, rumbly or something like that. But there's a lot that's really good for you about that plant. Okay? But if you take all the stuff that maybe it doesn't taste as good, or you got to make a tea, or you got to prepare it, if you take it and you strip it down to the one thing that feels the most good about it, you have cocaine. And that's a problem, right? If you take, same thing with methamphetamine, right? Comes from ephedra, comes from the ephedra plant. Okay? You put the ephedra plant under a microscope, find a lot of things that are really good, really healthy. Your body just has to process all of that, and then you get a little boost of energy as well, right? No, they extract that one compound and take away everything else that your body has to work through in order to get to that one thing. And now you got a drug. Sugar. You eat a piece of fruit, that's generally pretty good for you. Okay? I can go on and on and on about all the benefits of eating a banana or an apple. Most people would agree with that. Maybe not like a whole bunch of them, but yeah. But if I just take all that stuff, the fibers and everything that doesn't make it quite taste like candy, all the acids and stuff in there, and I just extract it down to just sugar, guess what? You got sugar, and that's killing a lot of people these days, right? Remember, you get candy, it's not, okay, yeah, it's just sugar that's been boiled down to a certain point, topped off with more sugar and chemicals, all because it tastes good, but none of the other stuff, right? Porn. Okay, you want the benefits of feeling good and getting lucky, right? But you don't want to go through the work of having to court somebody and develop a relationship and gain their trust and, dare I say, be trustworthy enough to gain their trust. Not that that's a very pushed thing in our society these days, but here you go, right? You take away those things and you just get all the good feelings and the visuals and everything of porn, and boom, now you got an addiction problem, and it's every bit as big of a problem as a drug or alcohol. Okay? So I feel the same way about gluttony. Gluttony is not just eating. It's everything else. It's overindulgence in general. Okay? We used to have a barbecue in town called Rubbin' Butts, and my Lord, was it good. Might you have to stand in line, might you have to go in and pay, and it doesn't just have a bunch of barbecue sandwiches ready for you, but it was made good, and a lot of work went into it. It was made just super good, not just chopped up in a buffalo slicer. That's what I know Buc-ees does, so it has the illusion of tasting good, but they just slab a bunch of sugar and some other sauces and stuff in there. But it really wasn't a really well-cooked thing. I've had them, I know. Don't try to convince me otherwise, okay? The brisket isn't that good, okay? They did cheap things, not things that a legit barbecue restaurant would do, okay? But no, that guy made a political stance that people didn't agree with, and he got bomb threats. He was a Hispanic man that owned Rubbin' Butts Barbecue in Milliken, Colorado, and he did a white person appreciation day. Okay, you can talk all day about how maybe that was funny or not or whatever, but the fact of the matter is he gets bomb threats, gets driven out of town. Okay, and now we've got some other things. We got Nordies around here. We got some other stuff, right? And they're okay, but they ain't as good as Rubbin' Butts. Why? Because more work went into Rubbin' Butts. Okay? Now you can just, so now you got things like a Buc-ees, which is just, here's a bunch of cheap crap and cheap things you don't need, and but they feel good right now, or they taste good right now, and it has everything, and you don't have to go look for it. You don't have to find it. It's just there, and it's just huge. Now this is beyond convenience, okay? A little convenience store, yeah, maybe you got to settle for maybe you didn't have the drink you actually wanted, but I mean, they have what you need, okay? No, now Buc-ee's is there, and they have there's if you Google it, there is a very well documented correlation between rural communities getting a Buc-ee's and the downfall of their rural lifestyle shortly thereafter. It attracts crime, it attracts all these other problems. All because people want the uber convenience of getting every crap food available to them just by going to that store. Okay? It's all poison. Most of it's friggin' poisonous anyways. So that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't like about it. It represents vanity, overindulgence, and gluttony. All the things that I think are the root cause for many of our other issues that people would argue are bigger issues and more important. But really, it boils down to that. Okay? Everyone's so used to having things right here, boom, 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 me, now, that they will sacrifice every bad thing that's going to happen to their community because they brought in a Shields, a Buc-ee's, and some other play things that sound good at the time, not thinking for a second that if it's even worth it or necessary. But be happy, y'all got your convenience and everything like that, and I really am going to pray for all of the mom and pop businesses in the area because they've been having a big enough hard time with all the other shopping areas that have been coming up, and now this is just going to be an even bigger issue. And, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that it causes growth in a way that boosts these businesses. That might be the case. And if you have a business that's completely unrelated to that, so for example, if you don't have a little mom and pop corner store or, a little mom and pop barbecue or sandwich shop or something like that, if you're not one of the people that your business might be foregone because there's a Buc-ee's right there and they can walk in and grab a sandwich, instead of your awesome, turkey focaccia from Lunchbox, I pray that I'm wrong about this, okay? But the fact of the matter is the reason why truckers seem to be so against Buc-ee's is because we see it. We see what you people don't see. And if you're not seeing it, if you're a trucker, you don't see it, my guess is you haven't been in the field long enough or you've been having your head in the sand long enough. Like, you're also fine with the indulgence. And, that's what it boils down to me, man. I don't like them for the same reason I don't really like Love's or TA or anything like that. I think Johnson's Corner is going to really struggle from now on. And they already had been struggling with Cracker Barrel and their half-cooked breakfasts. But they have that cool shop there. Never mind, Johnson's Corner was right there with an always well-cooked meal and a pretty nice shop as well. But everybody's pretty much, ignoring that. And of course, they found a way to make it to where it's even harder to get into that truck stop, Johnson's Corner. It's even harder to get in there now, specifically because of the Buc-ee's, the construction that was around the Buc-ee's. Don't tell me that they didn't lobby for that, okay? Don't tell me that Buc-ee's didn't make that happen on purpose and that we just don't know about it because no one goes to a city council meeting anymore. So, yep, I hope I'm wrong, but that's my explanation for it. Have a good day.